Hello, VZ. Today we're going to rank Steely Dan's catalog. At the bottom, we have Two Against Nature. Many people love this album. I get it. They hadn't released an album in over 20, nearly 30 years. So I get it. There are some interesting songs on this album. Cousin Dupree, everybody loves that one. Gaslighting Abbey. It's an okay reunion album, but it's not Steely Dan as we knew it. Next we have their final album. Here in reality everything is good if you like Steely Dan, but like the former album, it's not really Steely Dan to me. Songs worth mentioning: Slang of Ages, Godwhacker, Last Mall, Everything Must Go. It's a good album, but as I said, it's not really Steely Dan. It's more like Donald Fagen solo with Walter as a guest. Third Worst's Got You, an album which could have been fantastic if they had finished or not lost the song The Second Arrangement. And there is another tune too out there. Just do a YouTube search, Gaucho Outtakes. There are some songs that are way better than what's on this. But okay, we'll go to the good songs. Babylon Sisters, it's great. Hey 19, it's okay. Glamour Profession, too much disco. I'm not a big fan of that tune. Gaucho, it's very, very good. Time Out of Mind, it is okay. It actually features Dire Straits' Mark Knopfler. My Rival, a very underrated song. Nobody mentions My Rival. It's good. And it ends with the fantastic Third World Man. Do me a favor, listen to Third World Man. Oh, I've cried many times listening to that album, to that song. Next, the debut, Can't Buy a Thrill. And it's a very good debut album. The only problem is, and they figured it out after recording this album, what good are three vocalists? But yeah, they once were a band. The first three and a half Steely Dan albums, that's the period they were Steely Dan, a band. To me and many fans. We're going through the songs. Do It Again, of course, a classic. If you haven't heard Do It Again by Steely Dan, listen to it. Dirty Work, it is good, but maybe overplayed by a lot of radio stations and fans in general. Kings, highly underrated. I love that song. Probably one of the best on the entire album. Midnight Cruiser, it's just not for me. I can see why people like it, but I'm not a big fan of that song. Then we have another big grand slam, Are You Reeling in the Years? Of course, it's a classic, it's a masterpiece, but I'm shit tired of that song. To be honest, I don't need to hear it anymore. It's one of those songs I never need to hear anymore. Fire in the Hole, oh, I love that song. Underplayed, nobody mentions it. Brooklyn, it's also a very good song. And then another personal favorite of mine on this album, Change of the Guard. Fantastic. Take a listen to Change of the Guard. And we end with the song Turn That Heartbeat Over Again, which I honestly don't remember right now. So I guess I'll listen to that tune after this, yeah. Okay, controversial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th so-called worst album. You will crucify me for this. Aja. Yes, it's a masterpiece. Yes, it's one of the best fusion jazz, fake jazz albums around. And I'll say this, it's overrated, but it is good. I've listened to it too many times. I won't be bad mouthing any songs, but I gotta say I love Home at Last. It's a beautiful song. You have to listen to Home at Last. And the title cut, Aja, best drum solo ever from any American band. I'm not counting Pierre Morlaine or Christian Van Der or Norwegian drummers, but the drum solo on Aja, wow! And the saxophone solo after it, it's incredible. And how many drummers did they need to use? Well, on Black Cow we have Paul Humphrey. On Aja we have Steve Gadd. On Deacon Blues we have the Bernard Purdue Shuffle, Nina Simone, Frank Sinatra, that fat bragger. He's cool. He's cool. Peg, we have Rick. Let me see. I need a new copy of this, as I can't read it. As you can see, it's overplayed. Even my vinyl got some wear and tear. They don't give out credits on the original album. Some stains on it. They don't even mention it. But it's probably Ricky Marotto, which played with Peter Gabriel and tons of people. Home at Last, we got Bernard Purdue again. I Got the News, Ed Green, and Josie. When Josie Comes Home, it's Jim Keltner. So if you count, there are 5 different drummers on 7 songs. I don't know. I'll go quickly through it. Black Cow, it's good, but I'm tired of it. Aja, it's a masterpiece. I can listen to it anytime. Deacon Blues, it's very good. It's very, very good, but I'm very sick and tired of it. Peg, I've never liked Peg. So sorry. It's a favorite of many of you. I can't stand it. Peg, it brings the entire album down. Home at Last, a lovely song. I've cried to that tune. I've Got the News. Nobody mentions I Got the News. Nobody. It's a very good song, but it's maybe a little anonymous. Josie, When Josie Comes Home, it's a little overrated. It isn't bad, but it isn't a masterpiece either. So that's my stupid little take on Aja, which is everybody's number one. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 worst. Countdown to Ecstasy. Here everything is good. It's not a flaw on the album. And it shows that band spirits, they played live a lot in '74. Sadly, the band dissolved and they quit playing live. And Mozart and Beethoven fired everybody, sadly. But sadly, it's a masterpiece. I love it. I still love it. Heard it too many times, but it's very good. The Boston Rag. Who doesn't like the Boston Rag? If you haven't heard the Boston Rag, take a listen to it. Your Gold Teeth, Part 1. It's great. It's fantastic. Showbiz Kids. It's very good, but maybe one of the weaker songs on this album. Some fans will kill me for saying this, but okay. At least I'm honest. My Old School, I love it. I love it. It's classic. Never get tired of My Old School. Pearl of the Quarter, it's very good, but I don't remember it right now, so I have to listen to this again. And they end with King of the World. It's a great song. It's a fantastic album. And the beauty of the first three or four, maybe four, 3 or 4 Steely Dan albums, the band spirits. When Jeff Skunk Baxter were with them, Denny Diaz were with them, their original drummer, what's his name again? Paul, let's see, Jim Hodder, of course, Jim Hodder. And it's a shame that Jeff Skunk Baxter, Denny Diaz, and Jim Hodder, it's a shame they were fired. Because when they went all apeshit with the Royal Scam, which is a masterpiece, I feel there isn't a band, it doesn't sound like a band anymore. It sounds like a studio project, which it was. They didn't play live and all of this. All right, we're in top 3. And at top 3 we have Katie lied. I was halfway crucified. The only problem I got with this album is the goddamn DBX Dolby trouble they had recording it. And there have been a lot of discussion lately on Rachel's stream and on Steve Hoffman forum. There has been a lot of arguing, but I believe the problem is, as I recall reading from hearing an interview with Donald Fagen, they used this new Dolby technique or DBX technique from the very start. They started recording the drums with this effect, so they can never fix it. And also, it was mentioned in the interview that they almost scrapped the entire album and wanted to do it again, start over. But they weren't Steely Dan as we know it back then, and they probably couldn't afford doing so. And here, this is the first album. You can see the split within the band. We still have Walter Becker, and he's actually still on bass guitar. And we still have Denny Diaz in the band and Donald Fagen. But we don't have the drummer anymore. We have Jeff Poracco. Here's Gabby Katz, their drug dealer and manager. On drums on this album is Jeff Poracco, and who other? There are quite some guests on this album. Hal Blaine, Jeff Poracco, Hal Blaine, Chuck Rainey, Wilton Felder, Victor Feldman on percussion. And we'll go through the songs quickly. When Black Friday Comes, it's a good song. It's a great opener. I'm sick and tired of it, but I still play it. Bad Sneakers in the Pina Colada, my friend. It's an okay song. Maybe a little overrated, but I like the vibe of it. There's a good vibe in it. Rose Darling, it's to me, it could have been a B-side instead of being on the album. There is one really great outtake from this session featured on a compilation. I don't remember the title of it, but they should maybe replace Rose Darling with that tune. Please, in the comment field, tell me what song I'm thinking of. Katie lied. When they released that box set, a couple, 2 or 3 outtakes were released. Rose Darling, it's a throwaway. It's a country throwaway, and it actually sounds like an outtake from. It sounds like an outtake from the former album Pretzel Logic, which weren't used, and that may be so. Daddy don't live in that New York City no more. It's a great song, very bluesy. Dr. Wu, what's there to say about such a great song? Everybody loves that song. Everyone gone to the movie. It's a little schmaltzy, but it's very good. It got a great groove. When the verses start, fantastic ride drumming. Your Gold Teeth 2, it's a classic, nothing wrong with it at all. Chain Lightning, another great bluesy, jazzy song, fake jazz. Any World That I'm Welcome To, one of my favorites on this album, beautiful song. And Throw Back the Little Ones, a great ending. And look at this little roach. What could it mean? Even the front have the roach. And what is the meaning with Katy Lights? Nobody quite knows. Katy Light, let's see here. Katy Light. Yeah, the song Dr. Wu. Katy tried, I was halfway crucified. I was on the other side of no tomorrow. So you can basically interpret it any way you want to. That's the beauty of a lot of Steely Dan songs. But as they say in interviews, the songs there are all about hookers and drugs and pimps. I won't read the rest of the lyrics. But yes, third best, Katy Lights. Just try to ignore the cymbal sound due to the error. Then second best, yes, the Royal Scam. It's an ugly fucking cover. And if you think about it, think Genesis selling England by the pound. Do you see what I mean with the resemblance? The Royal Scam. Fantastic. Walter's starting to play more guitar, leaving the bass duty to others. Well, he plays bass on some songs. Kid Charlemagne, it's a great song. It's overplayed as hell. Everybody loves it. I'm maybe sick and tired of it, but it's a masterpiece. The Case of Altamira, actually a song they recorded 1969, 1970, during those early days. And as a fact, let's see here. Well, you believe me, don't you? Let's see here. These demos recorded. They should really re-release stuff like the movie soundtrack they did. You Gotta Walk It Like You Talk It, and the very first Steely Dan 7-inch, which is super rare. It's a shame it's not released complete Steely Dan. It's truly a shame. But we move on. The Caves of Altamira, an oldie, but here it really shines. If you haven't heard the early demos, they are very fun. It includes a shitty piano, a raw cut vocal, and a bass, maybe also a tambourine. And the beauty of it is that these early demos, they are lo-fi, carefree, fun, unlike some of the produced stuff. Don't Take Me Alive, it's a great song. Who doesn't like Don't Take Me Alive? Won't You Sign In, Stranger, it's a great song. You'll Never Do It Without the Fez On. Well, I'm from Norway, so I'm not sure. The Fez, I always thought it meant the police. Please, if you know what the slang of the Fez is, leave a comment. Green Earrings. It's a fantastic song, but I've overheard it. I never need to hear it again. This Is Your Haitian Divorce. It's a great song. It's a fantastic song. Everything You Did. Again, third song. I don't remember what it sounds like. It's a very good song. It comes back to me. Where did the bastard run? Is he still around? Yeah. Great song. And it ends with a fantastic, kind of heavy song called The Royal Scam. It's a masterpiece. We all know. Well, I've heard it one too many times, but it's a masterpiece. But think about it. Look at this cover and go and check out Genesis selling England by the pound, released 2 years prior. Some weird resemblances. All right, folks. Number one. What could it be? You knew it. It's Pretzel Logic, the last of the true Steely Dan albums. As a band, with no guests, with no bullshit. This is raw and uncut Steely Dan. Here's a picture. When they were 5. And track listing, I don't think we need to go through it because they're all full dice. Ricky, don't lose that number. Don't you like Ricky? Are you sick and tired? Oh, shut the fuck up. Play it again, man. I live night by night. Oh man, that's a great funky little ditty. Barrytown, wow, Steely Dan doing some country. Fantastic tune. Parker's Band, wow. Probably one of my all-time favorite Steely Dan songs. Top 5 songs ever, Steely Dan. Yeah. Take a piece of Mr. Parker's Band. And he's through with Buzz, yeah. Sick and tired of buying his amphetamine. He takes all my money, you know I'm through with Buzz. It's a weird little song. There aren't really... I feel he takes all my money. It's the start of a verse. And then I feel it's the chorus. You know I'm through with Buzz. It's arranged. It's composed in a strange way, but it's very good. It always puzzles me when I play it. Title cut, Pretzel Logic, blues as at its best, or fake blues, or fake blues, as Donald Fagen always says. Do you play? Aren't you a jazz band? No, we're fake jazz and fake jazz. Well, okay, all right. But this tune, great blues song, or fake blues. With a Gun. Oh man, it's a great song. Again, very country flavor. Think about it. It's more country than jazz or fake jazz. And the ending song, Monkey in Your Soul. Wow, play it right now. So that's my top worst to best, and I can highly recommend the early demos. They are excellent. And this reunion live album, Alive in America, it's a very good document because they finally get to play songs they recorded from 75 to 80. Babylon Sisters, Green Earring, Body Exactly, Reeling in the Years, Josie, Book of Liars, which is on the solo album of Walter Becker. Peg, Third World Man, Kid Charlemagne, Silent Stranger, Aja. It's a great document. I haven't heard the latest live album, but hey, where's Walter? He's not around. So it's fake Steely Dan. And we'll go through these quickly. The Nightfly, it's a very good album. With the first female drum machine. What did they call it? Call her? I don't remember. But this one, I feel is better than the last Steely Dan album, Gaucho. It's very slick. I don't know if I can pronounce it. Kamikarirad, something like that. It's good, but it's too slick for me. It's an acquired taste. I can understand why people love it, but I can also understand why people hate it. This surprised me. Moth the Cat. Very good stuff. Donald Fagen is now an old man, but the composition's great. Every song on this album, very good. Just as good as Steely Dan. and way better than the last two Steely Dan reunion albums. In my opinion. Again, Sunken Condos, also an album I think is better than the last two ones released as Steely Dan. To me, these Donald Fagen albums, they are Steely Dan. He is Steely Dan. They had a deal, last man standing, blah blah blah, and this is a cool little extra CD. Guest Todd Rundgren is guesting on one song. Sadly, it did not include the Donald Fagen Todd Rundgren cooperation called Tin Foil Hat Man, something like that. A tune about Donald Trump. Check it out, it's great. And to leave it off, I'll prove to you I have those albums on vinyl, which I never play anymore. Great album. Oh, great album. Oh. So you see, gotta have it. Well, bye bye, VC. Until next time, feel free to comment what I should rank next. All right, bye bye. And as I say on my channel, who the fuck threw up?